Hello, Kevin.
Hi, Stephanie.
I'm very pleased to be with you today.
Me too.
So, Stephanie from Capstone in Paris. I've been working for Capstone for the past 8 years now.
I'm Kevin Buchareb. I'm the ex-Future of Work Director and HR Strategy Director for Ubisoft. I'm also a speaker and a professor at La Sorbonne.
So, today we're here to discuss about AI.
Yay, my favorite topic.
And notably AI and the consequences on the employment relation.
Yeah. So maybe I think it should be good that you start, maybe because you have a helicopter view, I think, on what's happening on the market and where we are. Because everyone is talking about AI, but I would like to see what you see for your clients.
Okay, so it really depends on the clients. We have some clients which are completely crazy with AI and they want to implement some tools very quick. And we have some that are very afraid because they don't know how to use it and they do not mitigate the impacts it could have. We have some funny data maybe. If you look at the last collective agreement negotiated within the company, you can see that on the 285,000 agreement negotiated, only 242 focus on IA.
Okay.
That's the main information. And when we focus on the specific sector we negotiate, we see that information and communication sector are the main sectors that negotiate on this specific topic.
Yeah, probably because they are more at risk than the others. Yeah.
And maybe one of the main topics we see with clients is how to train employees, can we support the implementation of AI within the company?
Yeah, this is definitely the biggest topic I had to deal with at Ubisoft when it comes to how to train our people, because we all know that our people already use AI without noticing us. So it's either we accept that, or we forbid, or we try to train them so that they are able to understand the risks associated to that, and they have the best and most ethical practice of it. So I have one tool that I like to share because it's a funny way to use AI and how to train AI for AI. Basically, it can be very costly and dangerous to train your people on AI because it's so moving, it's so moving topic that you don't want to invest lots of money in something that will be outdated in 1 year. So I think the good way to go is actually to use AI to produce the content that you will use to train your people to AI. Basically, use a prompt to ask your generative AI to produce a text, a video, a picture, whatever, that you will put into your learning content. The first prompt that you use a basic one. The result of that will be shit. Why? Because, I'm sorry, that's the result. Why? Because your prompt is so basic that the result of this is very, very average. So the learner will look at this and yes, it's very, very average. Then step number 2, you tweak the prompt the right way so that you avoid the bias, so that it's more elaborated. And so because the question is good, the answer is much better. And then you have better results in text, video, image, and that way the learner has good content and knows how to deal with the AI and deal with the prompt as a good way to be trained.
So I think that today I will ask my ChatGPT or Copilot how to train me to prompt correctly.
It's a very good idea indeed. But I think more than prompting or training, what is actually what I struggle with and what my clients or the people I work with are struggling with, do we need to actually have a frame to work with AI or not? The answer is definitely yes, but I would like to have your view.
Yes, completely, because companies are not especially aware that the employees are currently using IA. For example, they put confidential information on DeepL, to translate something. They can use a lot of free tools on the internet. So it's very important, to explain to the employee that when they use this kind of tools, they need to comply with a specific frame. And in France, we have the internal regulation, règlement intérieur, which is the perfect tool, to explain what can be done or not. Of course, we can also include specific provision in employment contracts. And we can also adapt informatic regulation, for example, to consider this specific topic.
Yeah, this is very true. I've also seen the use of a specific AI charter in some companies that are able to describe not only the practices but also a philosophy. And I think it's really something that CEOs or C-level teams must align on why do we want to use AI for, how to do it, and then put this in a charter, say, okay, this is our view on AI, and then here are the practices, tools, things that we think we should do, and here are the red lines, things we absolutely should not do because it's so risky that we don't want to go there.
Exactly. And maybe last topic we could discuss is what do you think about ethics and discrimination when you think about IA?
I think it's definitely the biggest topic we have to deal with. Because AI is so transformational on our work but also on our life that we need to be aware of the risks, and especially the ethical risks that are behind that. So the first one that is obvious to everyone are the bias. If you ask a generative AI tool to put the image of a CEO, the direct answer is an old white man, 55 years old, all the time. It shows that the unconscious source of the AI shows that, the basic image of a CEO is that. If we want the next generation to be trained in something else and to have a more extensive views on the possibilities, then we definitely need to be aware of this bias. But more than that, and because it can obviously lead to lots of discrimination if it's used on the field of recruitment, performance management, etc. But more than that, I also think we should be aware of the risk that leveraging too many AI tools in the day-to-day life of an employee can lead to lots of fatigue. If you have lots of diplomas, if you work on a creative field, if you want to actually have meaning on what you do on day-to-day basis, and that what we offer you as a day-to-day experience is just feeding AI and prompting AI and use the result of that in your life instead of thinking about it, I can tell that this is actually degrading a lot your day-to-day job. So we have a responsibility as an employer to think about the quality of the work that we give to someone, leveraging partly AI to support you in lowering the low value added tax, definitely but to do all your work for you and just prompting the AI all the time, I think is definitely a risk. I would like everyone to be aware of that and to think on how we can harmoniously use AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Thank you, Stephanie.